This episode is brought to you by Progressive Insurance. Fiscally responsible, financial geniuses, monetary magicians. These are things people say about drivers who switch their car insurance to Progressive and save hundreds. Because Progressive offers discounts for paying in full, owning a home, and more. Plus, you can count on their great customer service to help you when you need it, so your dollar goes a long way. Visit Progressive.com to see if you could save on car insurance. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Potential savings will vary. Not available in all states or situations.
There's one thing that will forever change the way you sleep, and it's the softest 100% organic cotton bedding from Boll & Branch. You'll fall asleep faster, wrapped in the most luxurious comfort. You'll never sleep hot again with airy blankets, cloud-like duvets, and breathable sheets. You'll experience pure comfort on night one and feel your bedding get softer with every wash. Discover the difference with 15% off your first order at bollandbranch.com with code CUMULUS. Exclusions apply. See site for details.
Welcome back. It's another Bob and Tom Extra. This is Christopher. Not only is the Bob and Tom Show live every weekday morning, but every afternoon we'll give you a little extra in case you missed anything. On the big show today, Josh's nickname, Sex Noises and Disco Baby. It's coming up in just a second.
Ready to optimize your nutrition this year? Factor has chef-made gourmet meals that make eating well easy. They're dietitian approved and ready to heat and eat in 2 minutes, so you can fuel right and feel great, no matter what life throws at you.
Factor arrives fresh and fully prepared, perfect for any active, busy lifestyle. You could lose up to 8 pounds in 8 weeks with Factor Keto meals, based on a randomized, controlled clinical trial with Factor Keto. Results will vary depending on diet and exercise.
With 40 options across 8 dietary preferences on the menu each week, it's easy to pick meals tailored to your goals. Choose from preferences like Calorie Smart, Protein Plus, or Keto. Factor can help you feel your best all day long with wholesome smoothies, breakfasts, grab-and-go snacks, and more add-ons.
Reach your goals this year with ingredients you can trust and convenience that can't be beat.
Eat smart with Factor. Get started at factormeals.com/factorpodcast and use the code FACTORPODCAST to get 50% off your first box plus free shipping. That's code FACTORPODCAST at factormeals.com/factorpodcast. to get 50% off plus free shipping on your first box.
This episode brought to you by Progressive Insurance. Do you ever find yourself playing the budgeting game? Shifting a little money here, a little there, and hoping it all works out? Well, with the Name Your Price tool from Progressive, you can get a better budgeter and potentially lower your insurance bill too. You tell Progressive what you want to pay for car insurance, and they'll help find you options within your budget. Try it today at Progressive.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Price and coverage match limited by state law. Not available in all states.
From the Bob and Tom Toy Company, it's Trophy Wife Barbie.
Trophy Wife Barbie, the empty-headed doll. Trophy Wife Barbie loves shopping at the mall. She can't sew or bake a cake. Who cares if her boobs are fake? Trophy Wife Barbie, she's a living doll.
Trophy Wife Barbie comes with the following accessories: thong bikini, high heels, miniature brass pole, push-up bra, collagen applicator, and an engagement ring twice as big as First Wife Barbie. Sorry, Trophy Wife Barbie's husband sold separately. We'd like to say she comes with her husband, but she doesn't. She does, however, come with Pedro, the pool boy.
Barbie, I don't work in the yard. I'm Trophy Wife Barbie. I've got a gold credit card. I used to work at Dairy is hard, but not as hard as my music teacher.
Trophy wife Barbie, her husband's getting ill. Trophy wife Barbie, can't wait to read the will. Other girls say she's a bitch.
She can suck the chrome off a trailer hitch.
Trophy wife Barbie, she's a living doll. Trophy wife Barbie, she's a living doll.
Trophy wife Barbie from Bob and Tom Toy Company. Barbie spelled differently just enough to avoid litigation.
Bye-bye.
A great way to get your morning started. This is Bob and Tom Extra.
Let's see now.
You guys suggested that I change my name when I'm performing live, Tom, to Josh Arney.
I think Josh Arney has that kind of,
already laughing.
that show-busy feel.
Are
Yes.
you a member of the Josh Arney Army?
Oh,
Josh.
wow.
Right there.
See, because you could get away with Supreme Court Justice Josh Arnold, but you couldn't be Supreme Court Justice Josh Arney. No, it's
No, and
it's
I
too
wouldn't
silly.
want to. So JJ has written in. He says, how about, he's come up with a whole new, this suggests a whole character.
Oh.
Josh Arney, the Harney Carney. So I'm a
right?
horny carnival worker, and I can kind of base my act around that.
Yeah.
Hey.
Come out with one tooth.
Hey, I got a tattoo on my one tooth.
I got a tattoo on my one.
What can I say? I'm Harney. That would be one of my.
One of your catchphrases.
Don't get mad at me. I'm Harney.
They don't do tattooed teeth, but I know that you can get like a.
Get a diamond or something put on them, right?
Yeah.
Famously, I think it was Mick Jagger had a jade put on his tooth for his daughter Jade, but people kept telling him it looked like spinach.
Oh.
So he replaced it with a diamond, and I forget who it was. I think it might have been Ken Kesey. The writer had a red, white, and blue tooth right up front like that.
Lovely.
I think that's who it was. In any event, that'd be kind of cool. What?
It's getting really, really difficult to have a conversation with you lately.
Sorry, why is that?
Lately.
Well, you've invoking Ken Kesey and
Well,
the
Tom
electric
sometimes has a
Kool-Aid.
great notion, and he
Acid
wants to share it.
test.
See what he just did?
Yeah.
And then, of course, the movie star Paul Newman, the man who has the same sunglasses that I have.
Oh, how about that?
I think I was in the theater getting ready to watch Sometimes a Great Notion and looking at the title, realizing, I thought it was Nation.
That'd be a pretty good title, actually. Sometimes a Great Nation.
Sometimes a Great Nation.
USA.
Yeah.
We had this article about noises people make in bed.
Mm-hmm.
And, interestingly enough, the men primarily, not a lot of vocalization. Except
Men?
Except toward the end, yeah. But women used very little speech, primarily
Sounds.
sounds. Yeah, but here's the part that I thought was interesting. The high-pitched and extravagantly ecstatic screams associated with pornographic films were conspicuous by their absence. And this is based on listening to over 2,000 recordings of actual regular people engaged in intimate activity. So the screams and the sort of things that one sees in pornographic films are not apparently all that accurate.
Here's something off Twitter. One of our listeners. I dated a woman while in the United States Air Force. Thank you for your service. That when she achieved orgasm, she'd howl like a dog.
Yes.
Sometimes in the summer with the windows open, she'd howl, and so would the neighbors' huskies.
Yeah, get all the neighborhood dogs going.
Now, do you address that, or do you say, "Hey, look, I certainly appreciate the applause break, if you will, but could we?"
You would be embarrassed to death, wouldn't you?
I had a similar.
Wait a minute.
One time.
Ace is weighing in.
You let her do it.
Yeah.
Doggy barked.
No, but it was obscenely loud, and the windows were open, and I thought the neighbors might hear this. So
Awesome.
I had to use a pillowcase to.
Is that right?
You didn't kill her, right?
No.
Okay.
Pillowcase. You took the time to take the case off the pillow?
Just easier to tie, Josh. In any event,
I want all the neighbors to know when I'm doing it.
Do you?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah. I keep all the windows open so that not only can they hear, they can smell what's happening.
And don't you have one of those signs in the driveway? It's happening!
Yeah. I go, I
And
put
an
it
arrow?
up
Yeah.
Occupied.
I'll talk to our friends at Window Nation about that. They'll be pleased to know that that your windows open up enough to allow out the
stank.
Thank you.
Stank.
Well. Let's just move forward here. What else have you got over there, Chick?
Caitlin Clark appears to be on the cusp of setting another record. Of course, she's the most prolific scorer in NCAA Division I history. The number one overall pick in the WNBA draft. Also the Sullivan Award winner for the second year in a row.
It's a really big show.
Congratulations.
Now the Beatles. Partner from Liverpool, England.
Popo Gijo.
He was the ugliest man.
He really was.
Not TV friendly at all.
He was born to be a columnist.
Yes.
But the show was great.
Is that right?
Despite
Or was it just on?
Yeah.
There were three channels.
Yeah.
Nobody else was playing.
You know, at that time, there was so little on TV, and it was so new that initially you'd spend the first 10 minutes of the program marveling at how the TV was working. Yeah. So it really didn't matter about content.
Yeah.
Because he would have quite the potpourri of guests.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And not friendly?
Senior.
He had great comedians.
I'll tell us, Senior Wences, where are you from?
I loved Senior Wences.
I know.
Remember Senior Wences once? He could take his hand and he'd make it a puppet.
Yeah.
Hell of an act you got there,
He
General.
also had a face in a box. Remember that? He opened the door to the box and
It's all right.
It's all right. And
it was a scary face. It looked kind of like Shel Silverstein. It was
all right. It did kind of.
But of course, and that led to this great song.
Me on the Ed Sullivan Show.
Son of a.
Ed Sullivan.
It's the great Paul Lynde.
Me, Harry McAfee, appearing with Ed Sullivan.
What a performer.
Ed Sullivan. Ed Sullivan.
Okay, sorry.
Wow.
Paul Lynde should have been nominated for an Oscar for portraying a man married to a woman.
Bye Bye Birdie is what you just heard.
That's right. Oh, that's such a great
Have you seen Paul Lynde and somebody from the disco era? They're dancing on some ABC show.
Really?
Disco baby, and he's dancing. We'll get the audio of that. We'll come back.
I don't remember that.
We'll come back with Paul Lynde dancing to a disco song.
I see.
Move it in, move it out, shake it all out.
Isn't he
Disco
famously
baby.
in the Kiss Halloween special, Ace?
No, he had his own.
Oh, it was the Paul Lynde Halloween special?
And Kiss, I think that's what I'm talking about. And Kiss was on the show.
Oh, okay.
They're in the audience watching Paul Lynde and I want to say like Andrea True or somebody like that.
It's a
dancing.
Paul Lynde Halloween special. Yeah.
Really?
Mhm.
It's Kiss. Do they give the list
Disco
of guests?
baby.
Disco baby.
Wow, I missed that one.
Move it in, move it out. Okay, Paul, calm down.
Pat, you actually drove Mr. Paul Lynde.
Yeah, I worked with him for a week at Kenley Players. He was a riot. One of the funniest people of all
I think so.
time.
I love that guy.
I can't even tell you what he said that week. He was so funny.
I wanted to go to that so badly when I was a kid. I thought that would have see live. I would just want, and my mom and dad, no, not live theater.
No? Okay.
They were dead set against it.
You're right, Chick. Kiss is in this.
Kiss is in the Paul Lynde Halloween
Yes.
special.
Of course
Yes,
they were.
Disco baby. Yeah, but
Disco baby, and Paul's in a spangled tuxedo,
black sequin with orange shirt.
And do we know who he's dancing with?
I can't tell. There's a
some
lady.
woman. But
I think he sings with Kiss too.
Oh, Florence Henderson.
Florence Henderson makes an appearance.
And the redhead, what's her name?
Lucille Ball?
No.
Oh, was she in
From Gilligan's Island?
No, not her. Like
Police Academy? Was she in that?
I can't tell.
Leslie Easterbrook?
Tom, this TV's this. I think this might be better than the Disco Lifestyle.
Pat, what Kiss cover does Paul Lynde do?
Lick it up. Lick it up.
Oh my God, who is this redhead? I'll figure it out.
We've got to hear the audio.
And Margaret?
Paris Mayor Anne Hidalgo says she's confident.
That Hidalgo's a good horse. Did you ever see that with Viggo
You
Mortensen?
cry at that movie.
Good
don't you?
horse. Yeah.
The water quality in the river How we're saying it?
Sen.
Sen will be up to Olympic standards for swimming events during the games.
Well, how about that? They solved that problem?
Well,
that's what they're saying.
Keep reading.
While the Sen has been too toxic for most fish and swimmers
for fish
for decades.
Isn't that a little scary? The fish are dying in the thing. Well, I'll be fine.
So it's a constant. So
it's
toxic because it kills the fish.
Won't the dysentery propel you?
Oh, no.
The Sen was designated as a venue for marathon swimming at the Games, as well as a swimming leg of the Olympic and Paralympic triathlons. Mrs. Hidalgo said new facilities have been built to clean up the river, and she even promised to swim in the Seine alongside President Emmanuel Macron.
To which point Macron said, "Oh, I'm sorry. What was that?"
I'm doing what?
I cannot float.
Sacre bleu!
I cannot keep my cigarette lit when I swim.
During the Olympics, the water will be tested at 3 a.m. each day and determine whether to hold events as planned.
Okay.
I like to have a prediction. Not one person will swim in the Seine.
We'll get it to
Wait
come.
and see. Olympics organizers.
It's the Olympics. They'll get the people who tested the Chinese athletes to test the water. It'll be fine. Have you heard about that debacle?
I can only imagine.
The Chinese swimmers from last time, I think it was something like 23 of them had an illegal substance.
Right.
Yeah.
The Chinese, they did their own testing. They said it was from something in the cafeteria.
Of
course.
Sure.
Who doesn't have obscure medications in their burgers
They
at the
sure
cafeteria?
like to blame problems on their food, don't they?
Yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, Paul Lynde.
Shake it up, shake it down, move it in, move it round, disco baby.
Yeah.
Disco baby. Move it in, move it out, move it in and about, disco baby.
The redhead I was trying to think of is Roz Kelly.
Shake it, baby, shake it.
That's everybody singing.
Sounds embarrassing.
You got to see the video.
In the Ed Sullivan thing, he's actually singing, then it's a nice vocalization.
I don't think
that's
he
just
is.
awful.
I disagree strongly.
You don't think this is singing?
No, not at all.
On the Ed Sullivan Show.
Those are the snow notes.
Ed Sullivan.
That's a good note.
It's comedic. It's comedic, isn't it?
Yeah, he's singing like Rex Harrison sang.
No, he begins with the talk sing, then he hits.
There you go, Josh Arney can do it.
Sullivan.
I can't even hit that.
Ed
You can hit it, right, Pat?
Ed Sullivan.
No, now you're just ruining it on
I already did it.
Shake it up, shake it
This
down.
is embarrassing.
Move it in, move it round, disco baby.
Okay, that's enough.
Singing
That's-
about reaming. Oh,
Boy, Kiss had to be proud of that. Woof.
Put it where
we
it's
got-
illegal. in 17 states.
All right,
1976.
National TV. With 3 channels.
Disco baby.
And that's when Kiss was peaking, right?
Right, coming up, yeah.
I know I was coming up.
Everything I do is illegal in most states.
Disco baby.
That's unfortunate.
Oh, I do it. He shuts me down. Pat does it, and he's watching Def Jam. Okay. I understand.
You got stepped on, I think.
Message received.
we don't have to hear the whole thing where they're all singing it. That's
What do you mean?
Shake it up, shake it down, move it in,
Okay.
move it round, disco baby.
is that even him singing?
Yeah,
of course.
Oh,
Yeah,
of
he's
course
singing
it's him
and dancing.
singing.
Yeah.
I think they brought in somebody else.
No,
No, it's like it's.
How did he? How did he even?
God. He took the check. Is that
I guess, but he must have. When they brought him that script, I can only imagine what he said.
The phrasing is disco baby.
I love it. Disco, baby.
Wow.
A disco in here. You know what I'm saying, baby?
This goes here and that goes over there. Okay.
So back to France for the Olympics.
Yes.
So they may, it says if the pollution levels are too high, events would be rescheduled or canceled.
Why don't they move him to a pool?
And the swimming section of the triathlon would have to be canceled. They don't have a backup.
Canceled?
Why aren't they just using a pool?
Right?
It would have to be
For the triathlon.
Canceled.
To train for that, what you do, Josh, is
Triathlon, you're right, yeah.
You find a body of water full of old rusty bicycles and cigarettes, and then you.
You know, the name of that event is the Athlon.
The what?
The Athlon. But they get people, why don't you triathlon?
Oh, I see. I tried athlon, and boy,
nothing.
Shake it up, shake it down, move it in, move it round, disco baby.
All right. Disco baby.
With Pinky Tuscadero.
Athlon sounds like a lube that doesn't wear out.
There is a.
He was able to go for 30 minutes thanks to Athlon.
Roz Kelly played
Pinky Tuscadero.
Pinky,
didn't she?
Pinky. Susie played leather. Tuscadero.
Yeah.
But there's a conversation between Paul and Roz Kelly. And Paul said Paul wants to dance like Roz Kelly does. Is how they get into the disco, the dance.
When did you most recently see this?
I went down the wormhole of lost time the other day, and there it was.
Did you watch the whole show?
I did not watch the whole show.
At one point, isn't he dressed like Dracula?
I think he is.
Oh, because of Halloween.
Yeah, it's Halloween.
It even had Betty White in it at one point, too.
All right. I want to suck your... Paul, I was going to say blood.
Time for a break. When we come back, we have a world record that's kind of interesting. Got cool NASA news coming up.
And let me hear you. Who wants to hear more of this? Let me hear you.
I can't believe you're move it in, move it round, disco baby.
That's it for another Bob and Tom Show Extra. Catch us on iTunes, Google Play, and Stitcher. For Bob and Tom Extra, this is Christopher. Take care, everybody.
Michael Rosenbaum and his Smallville co-stars take you behind the scenes of one of the greatest shows of all time.
We're going to watch every episode. Join us.
It's Big Talk.
You remember when I had to shave my head?
Oh, I think I was angry with this one.
On Smallville.
Yeah, I mean, I get it.
The scene you did, and this is the one that got me fired. Okay.
What?
Here we go.
I love the excursions with me and Welling. It's everything that Superman stands for.
It's Talkville.
Talkville, we always talk about it. It's a great thing.
The Smallville Rewatch Podcast. Follow and listen on your favorite platform.